One moment, the world was cheering his name. The next, the FBI was searching for him across continents. In 2002, Ryan Wedding stood among the world's elite athletes representing his country on the Olympic stage. Snow, speed, precision, discipline, rewarded with global recognition. But 2 decades later, that same name would surface again. Not in sports headlines, not in celebration, but in connection with one of the most serious criminal indictments prosecutors can bring. This is the story of how an Olympic athlete allegedly became one of the most wanted fugitives in the world. Ryan Wedding's early life followed a familiar narrative of focus and ambition. Years of training, competition, and sacrifice led him to the Winter Olympics, a rare achievement that placed him in an exclusive group of athletes recognized on a global stage. At the time, there was nothing publicly remarkable about his post-Olympic life. No scandal, no collapse, no visible warning signs. And then quietly, he disappeared from public view. The silence. For years, there were no headlines tied to his name, no interviews, no controversy, just absence. According to federal prosecutors, this period of silence masked something very different: an alleged involvement in large-scale international criminal activity. Investigators would later claim that Wedding became connected to a transnational drug trafficking operation, moving significant quantities of narcotics across borders through complex networks. These allegations didn't surface overnight. They were built slowly, quietly, and deliberately. In 2024, federal prosecutors unsealed an indictment charging Ryan Wedding with leading a continuing criminal enterprise, conspiracy to traffic controlled substances, and allegations connected to violent acts committed in furtherance of that enterprise. The charges were sweeping. They alleged leadership, coordination, and long-term criminal involvement, not isolated acts. Once the indictment was filed, everything changed. The system takes over at that point. This was no longer a private investigation. It became a federal priority. Authorities began tracking movements, reviewing financial records, and coordinating across borders. Eventually, Ryan Wedding's name appeared on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted list. The former Olympian was now officially a fugitive. But the indictment was only the beginning. Because once someone becomes that visible, once the system fully engages, the hunt becomes inevitable. In Part 2, we examine how a global manhunt unfolded and how it finally came to an end.